Hey y'all, this is a little late. I actually wanted to put this up a couple days ago, but I got kind of caught up. This is a late review. I'm actually at work right now. Well, about to go into work, but I got a few minutes. So I want to talk about Detroit real quick. Wow, Catherine Bigelow did a great job in this movie. It's extremely intense for the most part. I'm sort of burnt out on intense movies, to be honest, because I've seen so many of them, and it's kind of hard for me to just kind of be like, that was great. But this, I know if I wasn't burnt out on them, I would probably even be more into it. But this was really good. Um, yeah, some of the facts and stuff had to be kind of not. They didn't really twist too many facts too much, but like some of the story has been convoluted over the years, and there's a lot of documents that haven't been found or haven't been completely undisclosed yet. So yeah, don't complain about that shit. It's a movie at the end of the day. Like, it even gives you a disclaimer at the beginning and or the end of it where it says, some of these events had to be somewhat fictionalized because, we don't know the whole story of what exactly happened at that hotel still to this day. Um, yeah, we have a very good idea of what happened, but I don't think, only a few people alive probably know the actual 100% story. But anyways, that's neither here nor there right now. Detroit was a great movie. Talk about some really good performances from everybody all around. It's an ensemble cast. Nobody's really the main character. They market John Boyega as the main guy, but he's really not. He's probably in the movie for maybe 10 minutes max, and he does a pretty good job. There were moments where I loved his character, and there were moments where I absolutely fucking despised him. But he did a good job as an actor. It's kind of hard for me to his American accents he uses, like I've seen this and I've seen Imperial Dreams, were the only two American movies I've seen him in. I didn't see The Circle yet, but he seems to be kind of taken out of it sometimes when he's acting with an accent. So I'd love to see him, like when he did Attack the Block. That was his, like, pretty much his almost his native accent, or something that he was at least much more used to being from the UK. Excuse me. So I want to see him in more roles where he's actually using his natural accent. What else we got here? Man, Will Poulter, dude. Whew. Whoa, like, talk about a dude. That dude knocked it out of the park, man. For real, he was awesome, man. Like he's. It's hard to put it into words, but he's like the guy who tries really hard to say he's not racist, but does pretty much nothing but racist things, and doesn't even really probably fully realize that he's even a racist. The most fucked up thing about him is that he really thought what he was doing, at least how he's portrayed in the movie. The real guy, don't know him, just know the guy that was on trial and all that stuff. Yeah, blah blah blah. But this guy that they portrayed, that they try to portray him as in the movie, thought he was doing the right thing. In his eyes, he was justified completely, pretty much. And that's what makes villains kind of more scary, man. So yeah, and the way he plays him, man, he almost plays him like he's kind of like, until he gets pissed off, he's kind of like this, very much like, almost like a Boy Scout, man. Like, he's kind of like, the way he plays him is almost like he's heroic. And that's what makes his character so fucked up. But anyways, let's move on. Will Poulter did great. Anthony Mackie's on the movie for like maybe 5 minutes, so but he was awesome. He did a great job. Anthony Mackie's a really good actor, and he's gotten better over the years. When he first started off, when I first noticed him, he wasn't like the best. First thing I ever saw him in was Million Dollar Baby, and he was really good as like being like, he was like the asshole boxer in the gym. But he's really grown over the years, gotten a lot better. Who else is in this movie that's really like, John Boyega, Will Poulter, and Anthony Mackie are like the three guys that are like, that I can think of off the top of my head, that are like the big noticeable people. Man. Well, I don't want to dwell too much and think about it. I don't want to keep this kind of short. It's already almost 4 or 5 minutes. But the two girls in the movie that play the two young ladies, they did really good. They were really good actresses. It's a sad story, man. The two dudes that they're involved in a singing group, and they kind of like show up on during the middle of the night just to kind of have a good time and relax, and you kind of follow them for the most part throughout the story, and then it sort of shifts into everybody's kind of perspective of the night. But I would say those two are our protagonists. They both really talented young men. I recognize the youngest guy from something else, but I can't remember what. But the guy who's a singer, man, that dude's talented, man. He's got a great voice. I hope he does. I hope he does Broadway theater. If he doesn't, he deserves it. Like, he definitely has got some skill, and a great voice, and he's a good actor. What else we got, man? Like, I should have reviewed it right after, but I was like, nah, I don't really feel like it right now. If I don't feel like doing something, I'm sorry. Well, sometimes I push through it, but that time I was just like, I just want to go home and sleep for a little bit. But anyways, it was very intense, good performances all around. Catherine Bigelow, like I said, did a great job directing this. It's so weird. She's the same woman who directed Point Break, the original, the only good one, back in the early 90s, and gave us Blue Steel, and, you know, this movie is more in tone with what she's done with like movies like Zero Dark 30 and The Hurt Locker, where it's a little bit more like intense and in your face. But in hindsight, you know, Point Break was pretty in your face too. It was just a different type of narrative, I guess. But anyways, I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna head into work here. Yeah, so go see Detroit. It was really good. Don't be upset about all the factual stuff that kind of got mismatched or left out, because honestly, she had to work with what she had to work with. There really wasn't too much material to like. There was a lot of material, but there wasn't too much to go off of that was actually like enough fact to like give us an actual story of what really happened that night. Because we don't know. We honestly don't know completely yet, but we have a pretty damn good idea. And this movie probably kind of went in line with what people probably really thought. Or, you know, it's just Catherine Bigelow's version of what happened that night, and that's fine. Yeah, and don't think of it as like a hate-mongering thing to hate the police. There's good cops in this movie too, man. There's good cops, good military, good white cops. You know, so it's not just about like, you know, hating on cops who are white or whatever, you know, who are against black people. It's not about that. This is just a story, man. It's just a story of what possibly happened that night. And we know something shitty happened that night. Something really terrible happened. But nobody knows the 100% facts yet. So that's, you know, filmmakers do what they gotta do. They gotta make a story. And that's what she did. And she did a damn good job. So yeah, go check it out and hope you guys enjoy. Alright, talk to you later. Bye.